Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Tuesday, 12th of March 2024. The Indian revolutionary Udham Singh assassinated the governor of Punjab, Michael O'Dwyer, in a public gathering on March 12, 1940. India lost the Cricket World Cup final to Sri Lanka at the Eden Garden in Calcutta. Renowned India actor Shafi Inamdar made his acting debut with Vijita on March 12, 1996. 12 March is also celebrated as Mauritius Day. Mauritius Day is celebrated annually on 12 March to mark two key events that took place in the history of the country. That is independence from Britain in 1968 and it became a republic in 1992. Starting the newspaper analyst with the news, the Hindu states that President Murmu gifts rupee card to Mauritian Prime Minister Jagannath. Discusses ways to deepen bilateral ties. Murmu arrived in Port Louis earlier in the day on a 3-day state visit during which she would be the chief guest at the country's National Day celebrations. President Draupadi Murmu presents a rupee card to Prime Minister of Mauritius, Pravind Jagannath, during a meeting in Mauritius on March 11, 2024. President Draupadi Murmu called on Mauritian Prime Minister Pravind Kumar Jagannath on March 11, during which they discussed bilateral ties and ways to impart further momentum to the historic and deep-rooted partnership between India and Mauritius. The Hindu newspaper also stated that an Asad Doval meets Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu to discuss war in Gaza humanitarian assistance. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel on March 11 to discuss regional developments and urgent need to address the issue of humanitarian assistance in Gaza. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval also met his Israeli counterpart Tazaki Hanougibi. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu with the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. The Hindu newspaper also states that at least 67 Palestinians killed by Israeli air strikes in Gaza as Ramadan begins. With no end to fighting side, Palestinians in Gaza began fasting on March 11 for the holy month of Ramadan as hunger worsens across the strip and the pressure grows on Israel over the growing humanitarian crisis. Gaza Health Ministry said the bodies of 67 people killed by Israeli strikes were brought to hospital over the past 24 hours. The Palestinian Al-Naji family eats an iftar meal, the breaking of the fast, amidst the ruins of their family house on the first day of the Muslim holy fasting month of Ramadan in Deir al-Balah in the central Gaza Strip on March 11, 2024, amid ongoing battles between Israel and the militant group Hamas. The Hindu newspaper also states that Blinken and Caribbean leaders meet in Jamaica to debate how best to quell Haiti's violent crisis. The meeting in Jamaica was organized by members of a regional trade bloc known as a CARICOM, which for months has pressed for a transitional government in Haiti. Secretary of the State Antony Blinken, Secretary of the State Antony Blinken, talks with the Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness at the Pegasus Hotel during a meeting on the Haiti at the Conference of the Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community CARICOM in Kingston, Jamaica on March 11, 2024. United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken huddled with the Caribbean leaders in Jamaica behind closed doors on March 11 to urgently help find a way to ease Haiti's growing violent crisis, as embattled Prime Minister Ariel Henry faces calls to resign or agree to a transitional council. Going to the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Mission 2024 and a brazen the hack jet back with the old allies. Late night meetings are the part and parcel of the election season. On Thursday evening, the Bharatiya Janata Party leadership began conversations with the two regional parties that went on for long to firm up a possible alliance. So it also states that Centre notifies CA rules in a big pre-poll decision. People celebrate the notification, the rules for implementation of the Citizenship Amendment Act in 2019 in Bhopal on Monday. New Delhi, the Union government on Monday issued the rules for the Citizenship Amendment Act or CAA 4 years after the controversial law was passed to fast-track citizenship to the non-Muslims who entered India from their three neighboring countries, Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh, on or before December 31, 2014. And the Modi Live on the Dandi March day, Prime Minister visits a Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad. And the Modi Live, Prime Minister visits a Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Gujarat and Rajasthan on Tuesday to lay a slew of projects and witness homegrown defense technologies. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, banking and finance point of view, India's central bank takes a delivery of $5 billion rupee swap. Bankers say the Reserve Bank of India dollar rupee sell buy swap conducted in March 2022 matures on Monday. The central bank had the option to take the delivery of the swap, roll it over entirely, or opt for the partial rollover. The Indian Central Bank did not roll over the took delivery of the $5 billion rupee swap that matured on Monday, aiming to the bolster foreign exchange reserves and rupee liquidity, for bankers said. The Reserve Bank of India dollar was last Thursday and on a Monday via spot over the March swaps, which will have an impact on the headlines reserves, he said. Signs of price manipulation in IPOs of SMEs share trading, SEBI chief back. Regulator can't allow bubblers to build up in small cap segment. A SEBI chairperson, Madhubhai Puri backed. From the business point of view, India-European Union still diverge on key issues as EFTA deal goes through. The Indian Express has earlier reported that several export items to the European Union have suffered due to the technical barriers. India tea exports, for instance, have suffered from strict maximum residence relief MRL requirements in the European Union. The eighth round of the European Union-India FTA free trade agreement negotiations will be held in the Brussels after the upcoming Indian elections, with the precise data still to be confirmed. The European Union's report said on the negotiations held between 19 and 23 February in New Delhi. Controls the world news, including at least 67 Palestinians killed in Gaza as the Ramadan begins. Biden unveils $7.3 trillion budget as campaign pitch for spending tax codes. Sri Lanka's main opposition parties boycott Indian Monetary Fund review meeting called by President Wickremesinghe. At least 50 injured on LATAM flight to Auckland, reports. Putin pledges over $126 billion in public spending as election looms. Conditions inside Fukushima's melt nuclear reactors unclear 13 years after disaster struck. Going towards science and technology, Nintendo signals larger Hollywood ambitions with its new Super Mario Bros. Movie set for 2026. Nintendo and Illumination will jointly produce a new animated film based on the world of Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Movie was released in 2023. Technology point of view, how to enable Copilot artificial intelligence on Windows 11 even though don't have access yet. Not seeing a Copilot on your Windows 11 PC? Here are some quick ways to enable the artificial intelligence powered chat box on your PC, even if you don't have access. If your Copilot is not showing up, you can force enable it using a third party tool. From the artificial intelligence point of view, Elon Musk takes another swing at open artificial intelligence, makes X artificial intelligence's Grok chatbox open source. Musk said at a Britain's Artificial Intelligence Safety Summit last year that he wanted to establish a third-party referee that could oversee firms developing artificial intelligence and sound the alarm if they have concerns. In a podcast episode with a computer scientist and a podcaster Lex Fridman, Musk suggested in November that favored the concept of open artificial intelligence. At last, there is a famous quotation said by APJ Abdul Kalam, whose full name was Abul Pakir Jainuddin Abdul Kalam. Birth anniversary 15th of October 1931 up to 27th of July 2015. Was an Indian aerospace scientist and a statesman who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. He was born and raised in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu, and studied physics and aerospace engineering. He spent the next 4 decades as a scientist and a science administrator, mainly at the DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, and ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and was intimately involved in India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts. He thus came to be known as the Missile Man of India for his work on the development of ballistic missile and launch vehicle technology. He also played a pivotal organizational and technical and political role in India's Pokhran second nuclear test in 1998. The first is the original nuclear test in 1974. Kalam was elected as 11th President of India in 2002 with the support of both the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party and then opposition, the Indian National Congress, widely referred as the People's President. He returned to his civilian life of education, writing, and public service after a single term. He was a recipient of several prestigious awards, including Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor. While delivering a lecture at the Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, Kalam collapsed and died from an apparent cardiac arrest on 27th of July 2015, aged 83. Thousands, including national-level dignitaries, attended the funeral ceremony held in the hometown of Rameshwaram, where he was buried with a full state of honors. Mr. Kalam says a famous quotation. He says that, "Release yourself from the bindings that limit you and let divine power overtake your mind. And that is when you will be the truth of true happiness and peace." Okay, thank you.